Hey everyone, and welcome to this demo for the web version of Viewible. Viewible is currently available for web and iOS. I'm going to show you how to add cards to Viewible. So you can see here we have an add your first cards button. This is the empty state because there are no cards currently added. So if you click this button or if you click this add cards button up in the top left, they open the same window. So I'll click this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag two images of cards here, and I'm going to allow AI to extract the details. So let's click next. We have a Pete Crow Armstrong rookie card and a Randy Johnson rookie card. So this should complete here shortly, and then we can review the details and confirm that it extracted it accurately. Just a few more seconds. All right. So we have Randy Johnson, 1989 Upper Deck rookie. That looks good. That's the PSA info too. Then we have Pete Crow Armstrong. This all looks good. Always review and verify. AI does a pretty good job, but it doesn't have 100% accuracy. Click add cards, and now you can see these metrics updated. It shows 2 cards acquired. If I click collection, now you can see those 2 cards here. So I've shown you how to add cards to your collection. Next, I'll show you how to add cards to your wish list. So there's a wish list tab here. These are cards that you don't own yet, but you're keeping track of because you do want to own in the future. So I'll click add your first cards. Again, it's the same window that opens here if you click add cards. So you'll see this toggle up here, collection versus wish list. So collection is what you own, wish list is what you do not own. I'm going to do the same and just drag and drop an image of the card I want. And then I'm going to click next, let AI do its work. Give that a few seconds and it should complete, and then we can review and confirm. All right, that was fast. All right, Tim Duncan, rookie card, okay. Yeah, it looks good. So click add, and now you see that here in your wish list. So I've shown you how to add cards with AI by dragging and dropping a photo of the card and then having AI extract the details. Now I'll show you how to add cards by entering the details manually. So when you click add cards, there's this portion here, or enter manually. So I'm going to uncollapse that. There are 2 required fields, name and brand, and you can see all these other fields here. So I'm just going to try Michael Jordan, and then we can just say tops. And these other fields are optional, so I'll just leave those blank for now. You can click add card or next, and then confirm details. Click add cards. And there you go. Just added that card by entering the details manually. Next, I'll show you how to import your collection. This is especially useful for those of you that have been keeping track of your cards in a spreadsheet. So I'm going to click this import collection button here. I'm going to click this card collection tracker, and then let's click upload. So you can either add it to your existing collection or overwrite your existing collection in Viewible. So I'll just add it to what I currently have. Let's click import collection. Should add about 5 items, 5 or 6 items, I believe. It could add much more than that. So if you have hundreds or maybe thousands, it should have no problem doing it. It might just take a little more time. So we'll give that a few more seconds, and then we should see that complete. And those items should show up here in our collection. Excellent. So we just added 5 items there by importing our spreadsheet, and everything looks good. I'm going to show you how to add card transactions. So this can include sales, purchases, grades, autographs. So if you click this add card transactions button, you can either upload images of the receipts to extract with AI, or you can enter the details manually. I'm going to show you how to use the AI extraction. So I uploaded a PSA invoice and an eBay sale receipt. So I'm going to click next. Let AI do its thing. It should complete in the next 10 seconds or so, and then we can assign the transactions to the relevant cards and confirm the details. So it should complete here any moment. There we go. Okay, so it found 1 sale and 4 grade transactions. So it found 4 grades because there were 4 different cards submitted for grading within that one invoice, and it detected that, and then it divided the shipping evenly among the 4 cards. So we can just start assigning these cards. So I'll just give this one, and then we'll assign that one. You can actually type the filter, so I type like P, and you can see, okay, and then you can, if it says has grade, you can override that, so click that. Now add transactions. And there you go. So it just went ahead and assigned those transactions to the cards we selected. That easy. I'm going to show you how to add card transactions by entering the details manually. So I'll click this button, and you'll see here there's an or enter manually section, and then we can choose between purchase, sale, grade, autograph. So let's just do we'll do sale. So we'll select this Randy Johnson card, and we can choose a sale date to November of last year. You can either enter the net total, or you can enter these subtotal fields, which will calculate the net total. So if I say $100 sale price, $10 transaction fee, $5 shipping, I'll click next, confirm the details, looks good, add, and there you go. I'm going to show you how to add and track supplies. So this can include anything from penny sleeves, top loaders, team bags, packaging material, card boxes, you name it. So there's this button here, add supplies. There's also one up here in the top left. So I'm going to click this one. They open the same window. I'm going to drag and drop a receipt from Amazon for card sleeves, let AI extract it. You can also enter it manually. So it just went ahead and extracted it. Looks good. And then the transactions are down here. So you have the characteristics and transactions. This was one transaction. So I'm going to go ahead and click add supplies. And there you see it added. And then you can if you click this edit button and then scroll down to transactions, you can add more transactions. You can do it manually, or if I just drag and drop the same image, it should just be adding this transaction again. There you go. So you can see it added a second time. So I click upload the supply. Now you have 2 orders of that captured here. This is the Insights tab. This is where you can find some helpful analytics for your collection and supplies, both revenue generated, costs incurred, and ultimately your profit. So here you'll see the revenue. This is currently toggled to all time, and then your costs, so how much you've spent on cards, whether it's purchases, grading, autographs, etc. And then the difference of those two is your profit. Here in the middle you'll see the card and item metrics, so how many we've acquired, which is 8, how many we've sold, and how many we've had graded. And then all the way at the bottom we have additional metrics for revenue, cost, and profit, where you can see it split between graded versus raw, rookie versus non-rookie, auto versus non-auto. So these are just some helpful metrics for you as you track your collection and your purchases and sales. And then you can toggle up here between time periods. So currently it's toggled to all time. You can select yearly and see by year, see by month. But again, this is just to give you an overview of how things are kind of trending and how you've performed. So this is the collection tab. This is where you'll track all items that you currently own or previously owned and have sold or given away. So I'm going to show you a couple things you can do here. So first, if you want to see more details for a specific card, just click here. It collapses it, and you can see now you have this characteristics tab with all the various characteristics of the card. You have transactions with the timeline, you have a profit and loss statement, and then any uploads, so documents that you'd uploaded for this card. If you want to make any edits, you just click this pencil icon. You can either upload a document and have the AI extract it for you, or you can enter it manually here. Again, for transactions, you can upload any documents and it'll override whatever you have, or you can just come in here and enter it manually. And then you would hit update collection item. I don't have any updates to make, so I'll just hit cancel. If you want to delete, you can hit this trash can icon, or if you click select items, you can select all and hit delete, or you can select just a couple and delete and hit clear. You can sort by various items, so date, added, name, total cost, sale price, net profit. So I'll show you net profit, ascending, descending. And then lastly, you can search for specific items. So if you want to find a Tim Duncan, or if you want to find Michael Jordan, there you just have to start typing, and then it'll start filtering it for you. This is your wishlist tab. This is where you'll track items you do not own yet, but hope to own at some point in the future. As you can see, the user interface is almost identical to collection. You'll have your items listed here. So we have this Tim Duncan card, which you can view the details, the various tabs, and then you can click edit. You can delete it. There's also move to collection. So if you end up buying this card, you can just take this wish list item and move it to your collection. You can search and sort just like you can with collection items. You can delete, mass delete like you can up here. And to add them, you would just click add cards, and then you toggle this wish list option here instead of collection, and then it'll add it to your wish list. This is the supplies tab. This is where you'll track all supplies you've either purchased or sold. So I showed you before how to add supplies. Once you do add the supplies, they show up here, and you can edit these or delete them. So if I click edit, you can obviously drag and drop the image like you saw before, or you can edit the characteristics here. Can add more transactions, which again can be a purchase or sale, and then enter all the relevant details and click update. So again, this could be card boxes, this could be penny sleeves, top loaders, you name it, whatever supplies you may be purchasing or selling. I'm going to show you the target profit calculator feature. So this is how you can calculate how much you need to sell an item for to achieve a desired profit. So I'm going to click into this unsold item. This only applies to the items you have not sold yet. So you click this target profit tab when you click into the details, and you can see here you have options for either target dollar profit or target profit margin. So depending on whether you're targeting a margin or a specific dollar amount, you can toggle this. So there's a selling fees and expenses section, which, and I'm just going to collapse this. Selling fees and expenses, where you can make assumptions around what the transaction fee will be, which there's some detail here if you hover, and the default is 14.5%. And you can see this is based on the eBay fees, and then there's a default shipping fee that you input here, and then you can also add other expenses if you want to toggle that on. And that can include whatever it may be, and then ultimately this all goes into your selling expenses. So you can see this 10 plus 885, 1885. Pre-selling expenses would be the cost of acquiring the card or grading it or getting it autographed. So that's already captured in here from what you entered previously. And then ultimately that gets you to your total cost. So in order to achieve a 20% profit margin, or $12.21, you would need to sell the card for $61.05 based on what expenses we've already incurred, the $29.99 plus the $18.85 that we're assuming for our selling fees and expenses. So you can obviously play around with this. Like if you do want to generate a higher profit, let's say you want to do like a 40% profit, it automatically updates that for you. So now you can see here's what you need to sell it for, $87.88 to generate that 40% margin. So like on the collection tab, the wish list tab also has a target profit calculator for each item. So if I click into the details of the wish list item, you'll see here these three tabs: characteristics, target profit, and uploads. So I'll click over to target profit. It looks almost identical to the collection item version. The only difference would be that this pre-selling expenses section is editable, whereas in the collection, those are set when you add your purchase detail, your grading, autograph detail. So this here is editable. You can adjust it and then click update estimated values. Like the other tab, we have transaction fee, we have shipping fee, and then you can see here it all sums up to this pre-selling expenses, selling expenses, total costs. So you can see here pre-selling expenses would be coming from here, selling expenses coming from here, and then that all adds up to this $36.76. So if we wanted to achieve a $3 profit, we would need to sell for $40. So if we want to do, let's say, 20% margin, which is $9.46 profit, this is what we would need to sell it for based on our expenses. I'm going to show you how to set the cost basis of a card in your collection to the cost of the card if you were to have purchased a card box, and then calculating what that card costs on a unit basis. So I recently added this Topps Chrome MLB 2024 box, $45. There are 28 cards in it, so each one is $1.61. So I'm going to toggle over to collection. I'm going to go to this P-Core Armstrong 2024 card. I'm going to click edit, and then if I go into or enter manually, and then let me collapse these, and then I'm going to go into purchase. You can see here this link to card box purchase. So if I click that, it now shows the select card box option. So this will only give you the options from supplies that are of card box type. So I'm going to click this, You can see now the unit cost was assigned, and you can see the purchase cost is automatically calculated based on the card box unit cost. To modify, you have to edit the card box and supplies tab. So it automatically brings it in. You can see now the fields are not editable. They've all been disabled. So I'm going to click update, and now you can see it was added there to the total cost. So now it's linked to that card box. I'm going to show you how to generate estimated values for cards in your collection and wish list. So for your collection, it would have to be unsold cards, like this one here is a Pico Armstrong card. So I'm going to click edit and go to next to get to our transactions tab. And then if I go to the sales section, you're going to see this estimated future values checkbox. So if I check that, you'll see this button now, generate estimated value based on recent sales. So I'll click that. It should take a few seconds. AI is going to look for comparable items and then return a value. Okay, so 6,500, and then it gives you kind of a reasoning and why it arrived at that value. You can see here description. I would always spot check this against recent sales just to make sure it's accurate, but it does give you an explanation on how it arrived at the valuation I did. So now you can scroll down, click update collection item, and now it has that estimated sale price there saved. And then similarly, if you go to wish list, again, click edit. Here, if you go to the estimated value tab, just click generate estimated value. And then this will, again, return an estimated value, click view estimated details, and it gives you an explanation of how it got there. So we'll click update wish list item, and now that value is stored. I'm going to show you how to set a budget. You can do this for both profit and costs, and you'll see that show up here in the yearly and monthly toggles, below costs and profits, so you kind of know how you're tracking against budget. So if I click the set budget button, you'll see here cost budget, profit budget, and as you type into the monthly column or row rather, it'll start to adjust the annual and vice versa. So if I wanted to, let's say, spend $100 a month on costs, and let's say I want to profit $200 a month, click save budget, and now you'll see that reflected in your monthly costs and in your yearly costs when you're comparing what you've spent or profited. I'm going to show you how to export your data to a spreadsheet. There are a variety of reasons why you might want to do this, whether it's to share the data with your accountant for tax filing purposes, or you're migrating away from Viewible and you want to start managing your card collecting in Excel or in Google Sheets. So if you click this export to spreadsheet button, you can see it completed there pretty fast. And then we're going to go to downloads, and you'll see here we have this spreadsheet that has 4 tabs: Insights, Collection, Supplies, and for Accountant. Insights is essentially just replicating what you see in the app. Collection is a list of all your items in your collection with all the various details. Supplies, similar to Collection, just has all the supply-related details. And then this for Accountant tab has the information in a way that would probably be a little more digestible for your accountant. That way you don't have to go around tracking the data manually for them when they are looking to file your taxes. So hopefully this makes your life easier, and you can again use this for whatever purpose you may have, whether it's you're looking to leave the platform or to share this information with a third party.